What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Blazers Uprise podcast here on a Monday. It's 4:18. We got a couple topics today. The most important one being Jusuf Nurkic injury update that was given last night. We'll talk about when he might return. We'll talk about that. We'll answer some questions. We don't have too much on tap for today, so it might be a little shorter podcast than usual. Maybe 35, 40 minutes. We'll see. But we got to start off with picks against the spread, all right, because it's 4:19, so we got to hop right into it. Don't cheat. Don't look at the score. That's what we ask. We're going to hop right into the records. We're all doing pretty good lately. We're all 9, 10, 12 games above 500. You're 15, Eric. Eric's been killing it, but we've been killing it too lately. Me and Chat 15-6 in February. I wish we were putting money down on these games in February because we'd be making money right now. But we all had a good Wednesday. We didn't do a Friday podcast. So we all had a good Wednesday, 6-4, 7-3. So we'll see if we can keep up that luck. And we're gonna hop straight into the first game. And let me know what you think of, like, I changed the graphics slightly. I still need to move the camera frames or whatever, so it might be a little scuffed today. But let me know what you guys, if this is worse, if this is fine, or whatever. But we got our first game here. It's Orlando hosting Atlanta. Orlando is favored by 6.5, and it put up 2 of them. I don't know why. But me and Eric are taking Orlando. Or Atlanta. Me and Eric are taking Atlanta. I don't know why I put up 2 of them. Hopefully that's not the case with the rest of the graphics. But like I said, I mess around with the graphics a little bit.
Hey, Brian Scalabrine, you can't retract your message and then do a different team. It's just too hard to count it.
Yeah, come on, man. Hopefully this isn't the case with all the teams. Let me actually look at this for a second. Let me just see if this is the case with all the teams, because it shouldn't be. Huh? Weird. I don't know why it did that, but alrighty. So me and you taking Atlanta. I'm taking Atlanta because Orlando sucked lately. Atlanta has Capella now, so that kind of gives me a little different vibe about them. And Orlando being favored by 6.5, I feel like is pretty high.
It's all good, Scalabrine.
Looks like not good. You're banned for life. No, I'm just kidding.
Looks like Chat's going with Orlando on that one.
Alrighty.
So they're going against us in the first game.
Alrighty. Next game we got Detroit taking on Charlotte. Detroit's favored by 2.5 points. I'm taking on Charlotte. Okay, good. It didn't do it with that one. That's one of the things I changed with this graphic is filling in the color. I kind of like that. Let me know if you guys like that or not. But it'll also make it faster to make these. Basically, that's what I was trying to do, is just make it more efficient to make these, cut the time in half that it takes to make one slide. But I'm taking Charlotte. Detroit just lost Drummond for nothing. They just traded him for a second-round pick in 2023, and some expiring contracts aren't worth anything. So Detroit, probably going to struggle. Don't want to make you full screen. What the hell? Yeah, I'm struggling with my setup here, so this might be a slightly scuffed because I tried to connect Eric to what I used for the last time I had his face cam on here, and it wasn't working. So I don't know why. So I'm back to having to have him on my computer screen, which is fun. But anyway, Eric, who are you taking?
I'm taking Charlotte as well. Anytime there's crappy teams, I like to take whatever team's getting points.
Yeah.
You're muted. You're muted, I think. Dame Dollar is saying you're muted, unless he's messing with you.
Don't joke around about that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm not muted. I have to play it out loud on the stream, so please don't joke about that. Don't joke about that type of stuff. So anyway, next game we got Indiana versus Brooklyn. We got Indiana favored by 7 points against Brooklyn. I'm rolling with Indiana, surprisingly, because I feel like I'm always betting for Brooklyn, but Indiana got Oladipo back. I feel like this might be the game he finally catches a bit of a rhythm. He's kind of struggled. They have their full team now. Still kind of learning how how to gel because Brogdon is new, Warren is new, so Oladipo still doesn't completely know how to fit in with those guys. But I think this is the game that kind of pull it together. I'm taking Indiana here.
I am surprisingly going with Brooklyn. I usually pick against Brooklyn, but just thought that 7 points was a little high. So I'm going to roll with Brooklyn tonight.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised to see you pick Brooklyn there, to be honest. I was a bit surprised because I feel like I'm always the one picking Brooklyn. You're not picking Brooklyn, but we're switching it up right now.
Well, Kyrie's still out, so that makes
is he?
better.
I didn't even think he was out, so I was making this pick thinking Kyrie was playing. So yeah,
but that makes them better. The Nets are a better team with them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We'll see tonight. Fourth game we got Toronto and Minnesota. Toronto is favored by 9.5 points. I'm actually taking Minnesota. They just blew out the Clippers.
Ooh.
They got some new fresh talent in there. They got Malik Beasley, who dropped 23 against the Clippers. They traded like 9 guys and brought in 9 new guys in the past month. But I think this is D'Angelo Russell's debut. So if it's D'Lo's debut, they might be playing with a different level of energy. I don't think they win, but I think they actually keep this pretty close. So I'm taking Minnesota.
I'm going to go with Toronto. They're especially Cat's hyped to have D'Angelo on the team, but I still don't think they're good enough to beat the Raptors in Toronto. And I think Toronto's going to win easily.
Yeah, they don't got to beat them. They got to lose by 9.
Yeah, I know.
So that spread was high enough. I felt comfortable about that. Next game we got is this didn't update. Let me do this real quick. Milwaukee and Sacramento. There we go. I deleted the wrong one off it. There we go. All right, we got Sacramento taking on Milwaukee. This game is in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is favored by 14.5 points, and I'm taking Sacramento. That's a really high spread, and I feel more comfortable just rolling with Sacramento to not get absolutely killed in this game.
Yeah, for some reason the line's going down right now, but I'm going to take Milwaukee. I just think they're too good.
Yeah, it's always tough with these big lines with Milwaukee. Next game we got Dallas and Utah. Dallas is favored by 1 point. Utah's on the second night of a back-to-back. I thought the spread would be a little higher, but Dallas is playing without Luka Doncic. So I'm going to take the Jazz here. I was thinking about doubling down on this one, but Dallas hasn't been that bad without Luka. I kind of hope Utah wins, just in general for the Blazers, because I want the Blazers to make a run at the 6th or 7th seed. And honestly, I think Portland at this point might have a better chance of catching the Mavericks than they do catching the Thunder. So I'm hoping the Mavericks start losing some more games. They've kind of been struggling without Luka a little bit. Still playing decent considering they're missing who's a guy who's a top 10 player in the league right now and a top 5 MVP candidate. But hopefully they can start falling off. So I'm taking Utah.
I'm gonna take Dallas in this one.
Oh, did you give me Dallas?
Did I take Utah? I had a tough time choosing.
You can switch it up.
I'm gonna take Utah actually.
You can switch it up. We don't have to go exactly.
I usually pick against Dallas, but Utah, I just don't like the way they've been playing lately, but I think they're going to win this game.
All right. Yeah, I was going to say, you could switch it up like last second. But, yeah, you did give me Utah. So, anyway, I wish I could, change it in a, I don't know. I wish we could be fancy with this and I just type a number or something. It changes your pick. But, yeah, all right. So, we're both rolling with Utah.
Hey, wait just a second before you go on to the next game. Let me get cut. Never mind. Too late.
You literally you made me pump fake that slide, bro. You try to catch up with chat? I can chill. I can sit back. I can chill.
It's too late now that you've gone to the next game. But.
Dang. Well, maybe after this one I can catch up. This segment is kind of scuffed with the webcam and all that, but whatever. We got Denver taking on San Antonio. Denver's favored by 7.5. I'm taking Denver. San Antonio struggled lately. They just lost to Sacramento by 20. I don't know how long ago that was, but it was like in the last 4 days, I think. So yeah, I'm taking Denver. In Denver, I think they get a pretty easy win here.
Yeah, I also like Denver in this game. Denver's been playing better, and Spurs, like you mentioned, suck lately. So going with the Nuggets, even though that's a pretty high spread.
Yep. All right. You want me to hold up for a little bit?
Yeah, just a second.
Alrighty.
All right. I think we're good.
Alrighty. Second to last game, we got. Oh, that's also messed up. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Jeez, man. We got Miami and Golden State. And I didn't. God damn, I didn't put the spread on it. So the spread is Miami by
6.5.
Yeah. In case you guys can't tell, I struggled putting this together for this podcast today. But Miami is favored by 6.5. Miami by 6.5. I'm doubling down on Miami because it's Miami against Golden State. I don't know. There's not much to say about that. Golden State got worse by trading D'Lo for Andrew Wiggins. I think Miami easily wins this game.
Yeah, I'm going with Miami too. I didn't feel as confident about it as you, especially since they played last night. I think they're still without Butler and Hero too, unless one of those guys is playing tonight. But yeah.
Alrighty. Well, here's your double down pick then, because last game of the night.
The Miami pick's going to be Chat's double down too, because everyone but People's Mix took Miami.
I forgot to change the spread 2 games in a row. So this is Los Angeles by 12.5. Lakers are favored by 12.5. And I'm taking the Suns. 12.5 is a pretty high spread there. Lakers have struggled lately. I think they're like 5-5 in their last 10 or something like that. So I'm taking the Suns.
I'm going to go with the Lakers. That's my double down. I just don't trust the Suns at all. I think they suck, and Lakers are going to get back on track in this one.
That's a big, important game there. I don't know if I've ever picked the different team from your double down. So that's like a three-game swing right there. So hopefully Phoenix can give me some luck, not lose by 13.
I didn't really like a lot of the – I didn't feel comfortable a lot of these games.
It was a lot of hard games to pick. Again, sorry about the graphics to all you guys. Sorry I messed that up, but was like putting it together in just like a different way where I could churn these out faster in 2 minutes instead of 5, basically. So hopefully that'll be better in the future, and I can fix our webcams and all that and make sure it's all good to go. Maybe during the All-Star break, I'll come up with like a better overlay for this. That's the thing. We're gonna take like 4 or 5 days off during the All-Star break, but I'll still be like working on things here and there. I'll be working on like stuff like video intro, video outro, and like this type of stuff, making sure this type of stuff is cleaner and ready to go. Anyway. So Jusuf Nurkic. See, this is. See, I still got the trade deadline live stream banner. Jeez, man. But it's easy to remove. Let's see here. Boom. There. All right, we still got Keep Portland Mellow hoodies available. The link is in the description. blazersuprise.com/merch. Thank you to the people that have bought one. These will only be available till. I know I said 3 days, but I haven't really advertised them that heavily. I've given them a shout out or 2, but they're only going to be available till like Friday. Friday is when I'm going to take them off the shelves, and I'm going to replace them with a Blazers Uprise shirt, Blazers Uprise hoodie. I'm going to do a poster series. Like I'm thinking 2 posters a month, and that'll be a series. Like the diehards can collect. there'll be different sizes for different prices. The cheapest poster will be like $8, but gonna do some graphic design, try and create some really cool posters. So this first poster that I'm dropping on Friday is it's based off Dame's run. So it's gonna include like some stats from Dame's like that 6-game run, that insane run he was on, and like some quotes from people across the league or something like that. Some cool quotes with it, with like a graphic of Dame. So that'll be the first poster. And yeah, I'm looking forward to like dropping merch like based off the channel, with the logo, because I think our logo would look good on a t-shirt. I think it will look cool, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, so in the description, Stream Hub, if you're interested in watching it, from the Stream Hub, that's something new. I don't know if you guys care about that, but and then the hoodies. So anyway, my advertisements are done. They'll still tick across the bottom of the screen, but so Jusuf Nurkic, yesterday, like, do you still have Stotts' quote there?
I don't, but he said that basically he hadn't practiced in 10 days because of his calf strain, and that he obviously wouldn't start practicing until that's cleared up, and that it would likely be a few weeks before he's even ready to go. So that's, with how vague they're being about stuff this year, you got to kind of read between the lines between Olshey's comments and his comment, or Stotts' comments. Mari Hazonia says he told us 7 to 10 days. Well, yeah, it's been about 10 days. That doesn't mean he's back today.
Yeah, not recovering as well as I had hoped from that. Yeah, but that's what's weird. They said he was day to day. So is he day to day or is he not day to day? I mean, I don't understand that. So I just want to look at our schedule, and I mean, like, he's probably gonna return at home. So we have 3 home games to start after the All-Star break. That's the Pelicans, Pistons, and Celtics, and then we go on the road for 3 games, East Coast. Then we come back home on the 4th. So I'm hoping he's back by March 4th. I'm hoping it's not longer than that. March 4th is literally like 3.5 weeks from now. Yeah, it's March 4th is 23 days from now. Yeah. So I'm hoping it's not something where he's out for another month or more. That March 4th game against the Wizards, that would be a good game to bring him back. It's a team we should beat. That's at home. Get the crowd into that game, and what would otherwise probably be a pretty dull game because Washington just is not a good team whatsoever. But maybe it's after that, because we go on the road after that. We play the 6th in Phoenix, and then we play the 7th. We come back home and play the Kings. And so that's a back-to-back. So maybe it's the 7th against the Kings, or the 10th we play at home against the Suns. The 12th we play at home against the Grizzlies. The 15th we play at home against the Rockets. So I'm expecting it to be somewhere in there. He would be back first game out of the All-Star break, I think, if he didn't have that calf strain. Because he was starting to practice. He was starting to, like, he was on track to be back 11 days from now, man, and I'm just sad it's not going to happen. I'm anxious. I'm waiting for it to happen. I want to see him back on the court.
The only hope for that is if they're just like messing with us. Like he's pretty much ready to play, and they're just like, oh no, he's not practicing, and then he's going to show up one game and just be this huge like emotional. I doubt they would do that with how big they've been the rest of the season.
Because they were talking about when he was practicing. It wasn't like they were hiding that, and players were talking about it and whatever. So I do believe it. It's just, hopefully we get Nurkic back on the court soon, because I don't want it to be like where he's out literally an entire year. He hurt himself March 25th, so if we're getting into March, that's literally an entire year, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. But so they're talking about how he needs to get back in shape, and my response to that is, Yeah, you need to make sure that he doesn't restrain the calf, or you gotta make sure it doesn't turn into an Achilles thing, because
Yeah.
that would be tragic. That would be devastating. So I understand like them being like careful, making sure that's definitely 110%.
And with how you railed on them playing Hood
Yeah.
when his Achilles was sore, definitely don't want to risk that, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I get that.
Yeah.
But if it's like, okay, we got to make sure he's 100%. Now we got to make him practice for like 3 weeks to make sure he's in shape before he plays. Like they've said he's going to be on a minutes restriction when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume they're going to play him in like 3 to 4 minute spurts, like twice a half. He plays the last like 4 minutes of the first and third quarter. Then he plays like a 3 minute stretch, like in the middle of the second and fourth or something like that. I don't know, but I mean, if you're only playing him in short little spurts like that and playing him limited minutes, what in the world? Did Eric just hang up on me? Anyway, if you're just playing him in short little spurts, then he doesn't need to be in great shape to come back. He doesn't need to. What in the world, man? I don't know what happened to Eric. Bing bong, Eric is gone. Did you guys want to listen to the Skype music, Trevin? What's up, Trevin? I mean, maybe his internet quit or something. But I don't know. He'll probably send me a text here. This podcast has been the most scuffed podcast I've ever had. Did I hear what Mario said? No, what did he say? Yeah, Eric is unavailable. We'll just leave that thumbs up. We'll just leave that emoji up. That's the new Eric. Yeah, so anyway, I guess I'm doing this solo. Trevin is back, yes. Yeah, Trevin, where you been, man? I've been missing you, dude. One of my OGs. Yeah, I don't know, man. So with Nurkic, it's just I just want to see him back on the court. Like, I was at the game that he went out. I want to be at the game that he comes back. Hopefully it's not a road game. I want to see him return. Like, I plan on being at that game. So hopping on the post-game stream. I know that post-game stream will be popping. Who knows? I'll have to sort that out. But I want to see him. I want to actually see him return. Because I saw him leave, man, and it was very upsetting. Still waiting for him to text me or something. Did a meteor hit his house or something? Like, I'll just send him a question mark. Yeah, I don't know. After the trade deadline, no trade talk, that type of stuff. So, really don't have as much to talk about. Should probably start talking more NBA. Friday we'll just preview All-Star Weekend. But two important games coming up, man. You got Pelicans, you got Grizzlies right before the All-Star break. The two teams that I think have a chance of beating us out for the 8th seed. I think the Pelicans might actually have a better chance than the Grizzlies of getting that 8th seed, just because their schedule is much, much easier, and the Grizzlies have like the hardest schedule in the league from here on out. So the Pelicans could be dangerous, especially now that they're healthy, especially now that they got Zion. So it's going to be an important game for us to take care of tomorrow. And then the next day, we got this back-to-back right before the All-Star break. So, I don't, bro, why is he, can you text me back, bro? I'm going to try calling him again. Just gonna unplug this. Yeah, no, so a very important game. Sorry, I'm like frazzled. Eric was traded. Yeah, I don't know. He Okay. Okay. His daughter accidentally unplugged the router. Wow. Them kids, man. I hear about people doing that a lot. How do people accidentally unplug their router? Why would they have their router in a place where it can accidentally be unplugged? I'm gonna have to get the explanation on that one. But like I got a guy that I game with, and he'll randomly just leave the party offline, and then he'll message me and he'll be like, sorry, I accidentally kicked my router. It's like, how did you kick your router while you were playing? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, so I mean, I'll answer questions from chat until Eric's internet gets back up. Eric pulled a Harrison Barnes and was traded mid-game. Yeah, I traded him to Pinwheel Empire. I don't think he'll report. I think it'll be an Andre Iguodala type of situation. Disappointing Nasir isn't going to play against Zion. Yeah, that'd be fun to see because they had some battles in high school. I was just watching that back, actually, last night. Watching Nasir Little play against Zion. Nasir Little held his own. He did as good of a job in that class as anyone in terms of slowing up Zion and competing against him, outplaying him even. Michael Flo says, what's the long-term plan with Whiteside and Nurkic? You think Whiteside would resign knowing he'd probably come off the bench once Nurkic is healthy? It remains to be seen. I think Whiteside will take whatever the best payday is. You know, he would possibly give Portland a little bit of a discount if he could stay and remain the starter. But since he's the backup, I think basically whoever pays him the most will get him. At least trade me somewhere good, Blazers Uprise. Okay, name the place that's good to trade you, Eric. There's nowhere good. Like, I could trade you to Rip City Radio 620 and you can get dissed by Myers. You could work with Chad Doing. I could trade you to, I don't know, 1080 The Fan, and then when you interview Jason Quick and Jason Quick says, oh, I don't know if they're under the tax, I'm not good with that, then you can just cringe and get annoyed and get mad at him. Maybe you'd like that. You could tell him it's your job to know this type of stuff, and it's not hard to know whether or not you're under the damn luxury tax. Because Jason Quick literally did an interview, apparently, on 1080 The Fan. We didn't hear, somebody said he, said something about YouTubers being too negative against Olshey. Eric watched that back, and he didn't hear anything about that. He didn't hear that, so I don't know if our chain's being yanked, but I feel like people come in there and say certain things to try and rile us up. I shouldn't just believe it, because I believe you guys too much. I believe you more than I should. So if y'all messing with me like that, that's annoying, to be honest. I don't like that. Peeps and Plaid, yeah, we'll I'll teach him how to do all this, then I'll trade him to Peeps and Plaid. You know, I don't know which one I'd trade him for though. Who are we signing as a buyout? No one. Olshey says he's not gonna sign anyone on the buyout market. He said he's not going to use that extra roster spot that we have now. Trading him to Burville. Rip City Project. Honestly, Eric should run Rip City Project. He'd do a good job of running that. He'd do a much better job of that Stevie guy is there now. Blazers Outsiders. What was your reaction at the game Nurkic got hurt? Just sad, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What was your reaction? Like, how do you react to that other than being sad, shocked, you know? Damn, Eric, where's your internet, bro? Got that slow router. Home Field says, man, like, we could use Harkless if he's available. I'd love to go bring Harkless back, bring him off the bench, and then, you bring Nurkic back, bring Nurkic off the bench. Nurkic and Harkless have chemistry. Harkless is a decent cutter and a decent option moving off the ball, and Nurkic with his high post passing, it meshes well off the bench, could create some offense, some ball movement with the bench unit that we kind of struggle with right now, could create a scoring punch with that bench unit outside of just Dame, CJ, Trent, Simons, those guys just kind of doing their own thing. But probably has Frontier 5G. Yeah, I don't know. All right, here we go. We got Eric. So my stream just lagged out on my phone. I don't know if it's like in general or just on my phone. Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, your daughter grounded or what?
Well, the bedroom she's in right now has the router in it, and it's in her closet, and she dropped something while she was getting her outfit for dance, and yeah.
Wow, imagine being in your bedroom and just trying to get an outfit for dance, and you make one little mistake and drop something, and 80 people are like, what the hell?
Yep.
I was talking
and
about
then I was having trouble reconnecting. Sorry. I was listening on my phone, but
yeah, it was just all of a sudden you were just gone. It wasn't even like you froze first. It wasn't even like you stuttered first. No, you just all of a sudden gone. Just instantly, just boom, zap, disappeared.
Yeah, I went over to Pinwheel Empire and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this, and came back.
Nope, I'm not accepting that. I'm playing against you now. You're Team Pinwheel Empire. So what you got? So I assume your game plan that's given to you, right, is to just diss me and just try and destroy me, right? Because you're a Pinwheel Empire minion right now.
No, I can't be on Pinwheel because I was told I know too much about basketball. You can't know anything about basketball to work there. So
True. Yeah, you're too good for the. My goodness, man. We hate Pinwheel Empire. For those of you who don't know, we can't stand Pinwheel Empire. Oh man. So anyway.
But no, I heard you talking about the Jason Quick interview. So, Jason Quick goes on primetime every Thursday, and I listened to it because I thought that's what Alvaro said. Alvaro, are you in here, man? I thought he said that was the interview where he mentioned YouTubers going off on Olshey after the trade deadline. But they asked him what the implications of the Scal trade and if we got into the tax, and Quick basically said he had no idea and he wasn't sure about that, and it's not his job to know if they got into the luxury tax or their cap situation. It's all too confusing, and he doesn't want to talk about something he doesn't know anything about. So I just cringe at that someone whose job it is to follow the Blazers can't take a little bit of time to figure that out.
It just doesn't make sense, man. It's not hard to figure out, to know their salary and know the tax line. Yeah. You should know the tax line just by paying attention to the NBA, and you should know the Blazers salary situation. Yeah, it's not some people in here without us would still know if they're over or under the tax, would know their salary situation. Why can't Jason Quick know that? It's literally basic stuff, man. I hate when people are paid to cover the team and can't even know something like that. That is so just that is our coverage and our media in a microcosm. But Chad Doing knows whether or not we're over or under the luxury tax. Travis Demers does. Guys like that, radio guys, they know it. Why wouldn't Jason Quick of all people know that? That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, actually, Travis and Chad have gotten a lot better, but the trade deadline 2 years ago, they were talking about, or maybe this was even 3 years ago now, they were talking about trading for Brooke Lopez, and it wasn't possible with our current situation. And
well, that just shows you they tried to get better. You know what I mean? Because I've corrected Travis once on air on Twitter, and he's like. And he brought it up on air and was like, okay, thank you. You know what I mean? Because Travis, Travis, I like Travis a lot, okay? Travis I don't even dislike Chad personally. I don't even know if he's really. That's the thing with the Alvaro saying Jason Quick said something and then you not being able to find it. I wonder if people lied about Chad doing as well. But I had multiple people say it, so I assume not. And and Chad was like that on Twitter too. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't doubt it with Chad doing. And I heard it once. So actually, no, I don't doubt it. Even if they were lying with me, I heard it once. He's like that on Twitter, so he can't blame me for thinking that's what he said. But Travis, I really like.
Yeah. He didn't say Jason Quick. He just said that they had a guest on Thursday between 3 and 4. That was the only guest they had. So yeah. I don't know who else would have said it, but
yeah. So anyway.
Yep. But yeah, it's like I don't want to put anyone down specifically, but Blazer media in general, like the people who actually get paid to write about the Blazers, they don't break stories. They don't provide any information that like I don't already know in most cases, except for like announcing the injury report, which is announced by everyone, before the game and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of weird because like Woj gets more. I mean, I know Woj is Woj, but like, when was the last time a Blazer reporter broke a story? They're good for like feel good pieces on, like heartwarming stories and stuff like that, like the Brandon Roy piece and stuff like, but not like actual information about the Blazers.
And it's not coming from like a place of bitterness or a place of like us like. I mean, I guess you could say we are hating on them. But it's my honest feeling, and it's a feeling that I've had for years. Now I just have a platform, and my whole thing is I say what's on my mind. I say what I feel. You know what I mean? I'm like unfiltered. We're unfiltered. That's the thing about being YouTubers. You know what I mean? It's not meant as any disrespect or like it's not like venomous. Other than to Pinwheel Empire, but that's not us. That's because of the way that guy acts. But like in terms of like media, the way they cover the team, man, it's just frustrating as a fan. You know what I mean? And I feel like these guys don't hold themselves accountable enough for knowing the type of stuff that they should hold themselves accountable to know. It shouldn't be the YouTubers that know the salary cap and know the our situation the best. Why is it the YouTubers instead of the guy paid however much Jason Quick is paid to cover the team? You know what I mean? Like that's his job. That's his job.
It's trade deadline day. How do you not know exactly how far the Blazers are above the cap and how much the trade saved? And why wouldn't you find out that information if you're going on a radio show to talk about it?
It's just ridiculous. So I mean, it's not trying to hate on Jason Quick. I just think that's ridiculous, and we haven't really hated on Jason Quick until that, But anyway, so I guess we can take questions from chat because we don't have too much planned for this. We'll take questions for like 5 to 10 minutes and we'll wrap this up. There's just not a whole lot to talk about, so we'll let you guys basically decide what we talk about because we'll answer your questions. I gotta get onto Blazers Uprise. Any comments that have been hidden, I haven't been able to show. I've been on my other account on accident reading the comments. I didn't realize that.
Does it still hide all comments that mention Whiteside?
Was that a thing?
Well, the night I did it, the post-game show, like anytime someone mentioned Whiteside, even if it was just like, good game, Whiteside, or something, like it got held for review. People's mix.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Actually, wait, what the hell? Wave V said White Sode, accidentally misspelled it, spelled it White Sode, like with an O instead of an I, and that got held for review. Mario Hazonia said Whiteside didn't get held for review, so I don't know. Okay, People's Mix, when you add that onto it, yeah, it's going to get held. You weirdo. Do you think Houston will drop out of the playoffs? No, they won't drop out of the playoffs, but I mean, maybe they continue to fall. No, they probably won't. They have a really easy schedule the rest of the year,
that's not happening.
I think they'll end up with the top 5 seed. I think it will be Denver, Utah, the LA teams, and Houston top 5. Like not in any order, just that's going to be the top 5.
Yeah.
What
Well,
are
that
you
is
saying?
the top 5. That is the top 5.
Yeah.
Not really going out on a limb there.
Well, I know I'm not trying to go out on a limb. I'm just saying, asked me if I thought they were going to get
But
ninth or worse. So
I mean, they're 8.5 games up on us right now in the 9th spot. So I don't think they're in any danger of falling out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they don't have a setter, but they have Westbrook and Harden. So
yeah, the Knicks reportedly have Tom Thibodeau and Jeff Van Gundy on a short list of coaching candidates per at NY Post Berman. Thoughts on this? Of course, they go for Tom Thibodeau or Jeff Van Gundy. Retreads that they need to hire an innovative coach. You know what I mean? They need to make like a Nick Nurse type of hire, or
yeah,
a Brad Stevens type of hire, or a Mike Budenholzer type of hire. Like Budenholzer. I mean, I guess he's been around a while, but he's a Spurs disciple. I mean, was a good coach in Atlanta, and then Milwaukee brought him over. They need to hire somebody that's like I don't know. They need to hire somebody like that. Obviously, that's the best coach in the league, so obviously it's easy to say they need to hire a good coach. But Jeff Van Gundy and Tom Thibodeau, those are just retreads.
those aren't the answers.
Yeah.
Who was their coach before Fizdale? I'm trying to remember.
Hornacek?
Yeah, he was. I'll look up.
I don't know how long ago that was, though.
Chat might be quicker than me.
We're talking about CJ trades? What's up?
Yeah, you're right. Jeff Hornacek, Kurt Rambis, Derek Fisher, Mike Woodson.
You know what I mean? None of those names are inspiring at all. And now they want to go with Tom Thibodeau or Jeff Van Gundy.
They had D'Antoni, but I don't feel like they ever got him.
D'Antoni isn't that good, though. He's just been made to look good because James Harden is an isolation king.
I'm not saying he's good, but I also don't feel like they got him the right players for his system.
True.
And when they got Stoudemire, he was already kind of injured and washed up at that point.
Yeah. Did Phil Jackson ever coach there or no?
No, he was just the front office personnel. Okay.
But he was basically trying to put his hand in by having them run the triangle and all that.
And it makes me wonder if Phil Jackson is even that bad of a front office personnel. Maybe it was just the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Maybe he could do better in a different situation.
I don't know why. They hired an innovative front office, whatever president, whatever it was. What's his name? Leon Rose. Is that his name?
Yeah, he's an agent. Yeah.
Yeah, that was innovative. Teams have been doing more of that lately. So I actually like that hire. But don't do it with don't erase that with a retread coach. Go to either the college ranks and try and get a Jay Wright or something, or go to a Spurs disciple, try and bring in Ime Udoka, who would help them set a new culture there, or or an Etor Messina, somebody like that, an innovative hire. But they just teams do that too much, where they just go for retreads. The game has passed by. I mean, Jeff Van Gundy might be a good coach, but Tom Thibodeau runs his players into the ground and can't coach an offense to save his life.
He's a great assistant, but not a good.
Yeah, exactly. He's a great defensive coordinator, but not somebody you make a head coach. So.
The only thing I think of with Van Gundy is that was pretty much the last time they were any good.
True.
So I don't know. He's just been out of the game too long, though.
Yeah, but he has been around the game. He has, been a commentator. That's kind of where it's okay, so maybe he's grown with the game, changed, as a coach with the game just by watching the game. I don't know. My chat keeps freezing. I'll take any other questions you guys have though, before we sign off here.
Yeah, it's not me saying that CJ is untradeable. It's Stotts, right? I mean, Olshey. Yeah. He wasn't even willing to consider trades for Whiteside, he said. So, what what does that make you think he's going to do with CJ? And why would he have signed him to that extension if he was planning on trading him? It made him less valuable because he'd have one more year left on his contract right now, and not 4. So whatever team got him could rework a more acceptable contract.
Exactly.
But the only possible way CJ would get moved is if Dame turns on him, and that's not happening either.
Yeah, no, it's not. Sorry, I'm pulling back my chat.
I don't see Dame going to Olshey and being like, "Hey, it's okay to trade CJ. I'll act really mad, but just know I'm okay with it." Like that.
Yeah,
that would be the only way he would even consider trading CJ. But like Dame's not going to do that. He loves CJ. Those guys, all 4 of them. I keep saying this: Dame, CJ, Olshey, and Stotts seem like they're all here together. And unless one of those 4, something happens with one of those 4, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Yep. Sir 3255, in all fairness, whether or not he tried to trade Whiteside, we don't know. Actually, Olshey came out and said that he didn't take any offers and didn't try and trade Whiteside at all.
But I think they're just trying to say
but he had to say he didn't because Whiteside is still on the team. No, he didn't. In the past, he hasn't done that with other players who have been rumored to be traded. So,
he didn't have to say we weren't even looking to trade him. He could have just said we like where we're at with him on the team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He could have worded it.
He carefully words everything he says. He has the people asking him questions. In that case, it was Brooke and Dwight. Like he like tells them basically what to ask him, and then he already has an answer prepared for that. What if CJ keeps averaging under 15 the rest of the year? Yeah, he's struggled.
His shot looks weird, man. It looks like he's short-arming it, and I think the reason why might be he's like rotating his elbow weird. Like it's not like so when you shoot, you want to bring your elbow straight in. You know what I mean? You want to bring your elbow straight in. You don't want to like rotate it either way. I feel like he's maybe rotating it in a little bit. So it's kind of like making him short arm it because he can't get full extension just because he's rotating it in, and then he's short arming it, and I think it happens on his free throws too because his free throws are inexplicable. Like, how are you a 90% free throw shooter and you like what 3-4 years ago and you fall to 74%?
Do you know what he's shooting this year so far in 2020?
74%, right?
No, that's for the season. I'm talking about just since the calendar year turned to 2020.
Do you know?
Yeah, 54.5%.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Last 7 games, 47%.
That's ridiculous for a guy who's like a shooter, who's like a mid-range guy too, to be shooting. That it just doesn't make sense, man. Like it's a focus thing, and he doesn't work hard enough. He is literally Hassan Whiteside is close to being a better free throw shooter than CJ McCollum. If you told me that could be the case going into this year, I would have been shocked because Hassan Whiteside last year shot like 45%, and CJ's was a 90% free throw shooter 3 years ago.
There's obviously something there mentally, but
like it's like it doesn't work on him. It's like he doesn't work on free throws, man. It's like it doesn't focus on it.
It is. There's something about pressure, I think, too, with him, because. He's hit some big shots, especially Denver Game 7. But like,
yeah, see, that makes me not think it's pressure at all because the most pressure-packed moment he stepped up at 37.
But like, you always claim, I could make 40 out of 50 free throws or whatever. But like, you don't know what it's like in the fourth quarter of an NBA game with like 20,000 people watching you and everyone on TV watching.
Yeah, he's a professional. He's been doing this for years, and he shot 90% before. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
so unless he's regressed mentally in that way, I don't understand. I don't understand that. So anyway, we're gonna wrap up this. We're gonna wrap up this podcast. We'll wrap it up for you, Eric. You're still mute.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
give me just a second. I want to say something before we go off.
All right, what's up?
But Maddie's putting ice in their cup, so
So she's shutting down our internet.
Yeah.
She is literally.
I didn't want that to be loud on the stream.
Yeah.
So real quick, I saw this stat by StatMuse on Twitter. Over the last 10 games.
Over the last 10 games? You there? Hello? Okay. Well, never mind. Okay. Well, never mind. You're not getting that point out, Eric. Follow Eric on Twitter. I'll tell him just to tweet it out. Okay, I'll tell him to tweet it out. His Twitter is @hoopsjock. It's up there. Follow me on Twitter @TorJonesYT if you don't already do so. Because I'm interested to hear. Okay, I'll just answer.
What? Did I go away?
Yeah, poor connection.
Ugh.
I told him just to follow you and then I tell you to tweet it out. But okay, here you are. What was your last parting stat or whatever?
So from StatMuse, Damian Lillard's shooting splits over his last 10 games: 51.5% field goal percentage, 51.5% 3-point percentage, 91.6% free throw percentage.
His last how many games?
10 games.
That's insane.
First player in NBA history to average at least 40 points per game with 50-50-90 shooting splits over a 10-game span.
You know, it's like bad / good. I don't know. When Dame over a 10-game stretch is shooting a higher 3-point percentage than CJ has free throw percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that. That's ridiculous.
Maybe Dame just stole. Not only does he have superpowers, but he stole whatever powers CJ had left.
God, man. And you look at the 3-point shots that Dame shoots, they're so insanely difficult, and then CJ can't shoot a better percentage from the free throw line lately. Are you kidding me? I have more confidence in myself at the free throw line right now than CJ McCollum. Okay? Like I don't think you can even hate on me for that. Cuz it's not hard to shoot 50%. Lately CJ shooting 47, 54 since the new year. That's ridiculous. That's a month and a half. It's bad. So I think I could at least shoot 65%, close to 70%. Okay, cuz pressure and depth perception, whatever. Like, I would get used to it though. If I was in the NBA this long, I'd be shooting 80% at least. Like, it's inexplicable. So
Chad doing could shoot 50%.
Yeah, I want to see him shoot because I know he did some like free throw thing. I want to see what that form looked like. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap up this podcast. Thank you to everybody who watched. We'll have a post game stream tomorrow and post game stream the next day. So just wanted to get our picks against the spread in. Actually, let me check this. Let me check the scores. Let me see how we're doing. And we'll have a podcast Wednesday too. Yeah. I want to see if I'm starting off having a good day here because it's 5:12, so games are already well underway.
Atlanta's up 5 at half.
Okay, that's good.
Toronto's up 4 at the end of the first. Brooklyn's up 3 at half. Charlotte's up 10 at half. Those are the only games that have started.
Timberwolves have kept it close. Let's see what D'Lo has done so far. It's 11 minutes left in the second quarter. D'Lo has 9 points on 4 for 5 shooting. So there you go. They're starting Hernan Gomez, Beasley, and Kogi alongside Towns. So yeah, interesting. Okay, so we'll see. Hopefully I want to pass you up. So hopefully the Suns keep it competitive tonight, and hopefully I can pass you up, man, because you talked to me when you were above 500. Well, now I'm like 10 games under 500. So what's up?
Or above 500.
Yeah, now I'm 10
You just
games.
said you're under.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm 10 games above because I'm what?
Yeah,
100. Let's see here.
everyone's doing great lately.
I am, yeah, I'm 11 games above 500. Chat's even doing well. Shocking, but they're doing well. So, anyway.
Russell first round exit Westbrook. I think he said he was going to eat the nachos on one of the post game shows on Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
Oh, yeah, I have to do that. Yeah, I do have to do that. Remind me to do that because he donated $50 to get me to eat some damn nachos on stream. So sorry to anybody who doesn't want me to eat some nachos, but I gotta eat some nachos.
And Russell, you got to find, because it was a group of people who all wanted him to eat nachos, so you got to make sure they're all tuned in.
That's
whoever
so
that
weird,
was.
Man. I don't.
Go back through those because he's been going back through the old ones because he tagged me in the
I
comments.
think it's just regulars. I think some of y'all regulars just really want me to. Yeah, I don't get it. Cool, because I'm in class on Mondays and Wednesdays at this time.
But not right now, or you're watching from us.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I got you. So.
And you have to eat them loudly, Mario says.
No, I don't. I don't have to eat them loudly. I just had to eat them on stream, so I'm mute my mic and eat them in front of the damn camera, and y'all can watch.
Part of it was for the ASMR, though.
No, but I mean, I don't know. That's literally going to destroy my stream and runaway viewers. I could donate him his $50 back if he's not okay, you know, since he donated $50 and said ASMR. Then if he, God, this is so weird. So if he wants me to eat him out loud, then I'll just donate the money back, cause I can't leave the mic on for that. No, I can't, bro. Don't call me coward, man. What the hell? Mario, get out of here, Mario.
I don't think it's that big of a deal either way.
No, I mean I gotta do it because he donated. So
yeah, I meant like whether the sound's on or off. No, but if that's what the people want, I don't see what the big deal is.
The thing is, yeah, I don't know. It's not gonna be like a huge thing. I'm not about to eat like a bucket of nachos. I'm not about to go get like one of those orange buckets like that you use in the yard and pour them up with just like filled to the top with nachos. No, it's but I will. I got you, Russell, because you the real MVP with those donations. So anyway, we're out of here. I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Nachos better be spicy. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It might just be basic, but yeah. So anyway, hopefully you tune in tomorrow for the post game show. I just drove people away by talking about this. But until then, you know, as always, have a good one. Peace out. Go Blazers.